Welcome to the brand new Carla Marie and Anthony studio.
This is wild.
Here it is. We're here. We're in our new space.
We're going to do a roaming shot at some point.
Yeah, that camera,
okay.
the one that I'm pointing at right now, that one moves. We can show you everything going on. Eventually, we're going to have 4 cameras in here. That's the goal.
Yeah.
But this is our new space. And
do the other shot?
what, the double shot?
Yeah.
There we go.
Those are our other cameras. Hi, other camera.
Yeah.
My other camera's there.
Yes, that's yours. So here, if we go back to the double camera, you're on this one, and I'm on that one. And that way, like right now, when we talk to each other, we're not looking totally away from the cameras, but we're also, this is what I love about this studio. And again, we're going to talk a lot about it and a lot about how it got to this point. But what I love about it actually is that now I can look at Carla Marie and have a conversation.
Right.
You know,
and not be like,
yeah, doing this the whole time
That's
is kind of weird. What?
Do you think I've been having major neck problems over the last 2 to 3 years, and it's this side?
I would not doubt it. I would not doubt it one bit.
Because
if you're doing this the whole time.
For having a conversation 90 minutes a day like this.
Yeah. That was an interesting shot on that camera. But this is the new space. As you can see, we've got our LED wall behind us. Carla Marie, if you lean that way, we've got the You Look Great wall behind Carla Marie.
Can I do the roaming camera?
You can, yeah, go for it.
Or let's wait a little bit, because then people are going to come in and be like, I missed it, I didn't see it.
I mean, it's not that big. We're not roaming that far.
I guess I can go again.
Yeah. Just make sure you put it back in the same spot, because that is my camera.
Well, that's not going to happen.
You know what we are going to have one day, and I'm very excited for this. I'm going to use one of my old phones, and we'll be able to have an actual roaming camera, so you can, like, take it out there.
Leave it at home to show the cats.
Well, that we could probably get, like, a webcam of some sort that we can.
Okay.
Bye.
Look at these tiles.
Those are the sound dampening tiles from Feltrite. So shout out to Feltrite, because they sent those to us. And I will say it makes a huge difference.
Oh my God, it's not echoing here.
Oh, there's our camera. And you gotta show them the Carla and Anthony door. So Mellow FM said, you're gonna have a wireless camera. Awesome. We're gonna have basically a phone that acts like a wireless camera. So I'm very excited for that. And then the lights behind me will actually be programmable.
Oh,
they are programmable. I just haven't had time to sit down and do all the different things.
Yeah.
Because here's the crazy part. And this is, we're going to shout him out a lot, but shout out to Jeff.
Yep.
Who, I mean, this is his brainchild, basically. And with all the LEDs were wired by him. He was here with a soldering gun, just doing the whole thing. I mean, none of this, not a single LED would be possible without Jeff. It was his, I mean, the whole wall was his idea.
We knew we were moving into the studio, and Amy, who is the founder of Seattle Cocktail Club and Gilly Wagon, was the one that was like, hey, you guys should move into the studio. We're like, okay, what do we do with it? And Jeff, funny thing, Jeff and Amy weren't even married when we started this process.
So much has happened.
Now they are. And Jeff was like, what about this idea? And you guys kind of just ran with like, yep, this is what we're going to do. And then Anthony got hurt, and I was like, I guess this is what I'm going to do now.
Yeah.
But it's been a very long process, and this room would not look anything like it looks without Jeff, without Amy, without them, and we'll thank them for literally the rest of our lives for this. So,
I mean, this really should be the Jeff and Amy studio, not the Carla Marie and Anthony studio.
We can put a little asterisk under.
We should put the Carla Marie and Anthony show studio, and then under it, by Jeff and Amy.
Brought to you by, yeah.
Unless a sponsor wants to come in and pay like a lot of money, and then it'll say brought to you by, I don't know, Monster Energy or someone.
So this whole mural wall was done by Amy and assisted by Steph. And it's a decal, which means that we can replace it. But if your company would like to be on this wall or on all these decals, we
Coca-Cola, Pfizer, we'll sell to Big Pharma. I don't care. Shell Oil, whatever. You can ruin the planet as much as you want, as long as you throw us a couple bucks.
What's the golf? The golf people.
The golf people live the live tour.
Live golf tournament. But Or, like when you go to Pike Place Market and there's like everyone donated a little, like they paid for the little metal on the ground with their name.
Yeah, it's the footprint of the pig.
We can sell each of these tiles to people. Amy is writing on the door.
We already have our first studio sponsor.
You're not putting that up.
Oh, here. There we go.
She just wrote.
You can open the door and show the actual. Oh. No? Okay.
I didn't get what you were saying. Like what it looks like. Oh, because it was backwards.
Yes, there you go. The Carlin and Anthony Show Studio by Jeff and Amy. I wouldn't be surprised if, I don't know if it's a streaming studio, a podcast studio, a radio studio, someone reaches out and says, hey, we'd like for you to build something similar in our space.
Oh, I already have this idea that Jeff's like, nah, I need a break. But I told him that I would like to build a collapsible version of this and rent it out for parties.
That'd be cool.
And people could be like, oh, I'll take our picture in front of this. But.
Oh, I didn't even finish the thing I was going to say about the LEDs when I started talking about Jeff's brainchild.
Sorry.
One of the cool things about this wall is each of these LEDs is individually programmable. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of stuff that we can do to build this out. And we're going to work on figuring out ways to make it work with the stream so it's interactive, where if there's a hype train, it maybe all goes green for money.
In. Guys, this is Jordan.
Hello, Jordan. Oh, let's see if we can get Jordan on the screen. There we go.
Where are you?
That was right in your ear hole.
Come here.
It was real close.
This is Jordan. So you made our drinks for today. What are they? This is the microphone.
Today we're doing the honeydew list. It's honey liqueur, yuzu liqueur, and OJ.
Cool.
Yeah. Because we have a checklist of things to do. Get it? It's honeydew. He's never heard of that before. You never heard of a honeydew list?
No.
Like things you want your significant other to do, but we have a whole checklist. Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you.
Recipe, SeattleCocktailClub.com, which is our new home.
Cheers to you, Carla Marie. Cheers to everyone who supported the stream today. And most importantly, cheers to everyone here at Seattle Cocktail Club, to Jeff and Amy. Just thank you very, very much. This is an incredible space.
This is cold.
Woo! That's pretty good. Woo!
Ooh.
I like that.
Whoa.
The honey makes it really smooth.
Did you say there was actual honey in it?
Honeydew or something. Honey something.
Honeydew is a fruit.
But it's the honeydew list. I don't know if there's honey in there. There's got to be. Can you go find out?
I'm gonna go to the website.
I'm trapped in here, so I can't move.
Oh my goodness.
So there was a question in the chat earlier about how long we've been working on this project, and I'd say,
honey liqueur.
So there's honey liqueur.
Relax.
Yeah. Thank you, Jay at Seattle Cocktail Club. It's a honey liqueur.
Okay, how long have we been working on this?
There we go. So I would say we started talking about it in April, maybe.
So
right?
It was April 25th when Amy sent a photo of the decal on the door, but that was the first thing to get done.
Yeah. So I'd say early April then?
I think it was first presented to us in January, honestly.
Really?
There was no way it was April, you guys should move in here. And we were like, okay, and then did it. We don't do anything fast.
I'm thinking of when the slat wall idea was presented.
Oh. Well, I'm sure you could look back and,
my old phone is broken, so I don't have anything.
Yeah, probably April.
So,
but the idea of moving in here?
Yeah.
January.
So
maybe
the slat wall was the first real thing that we started working on. And
these are each individually sanded, and there's going to be a video, and we're going to make you watch the whole thing at some point.
You can watch it if you'd like. We're not going to make anyone do anything.
No, we're going to make you all watch it. Each of these are individually sanded by Anthony and Jeff. Then they were individually painted by me, and then they were individually painted again by me and Amy. And then I had to spray gun them. That's the photo. If you go to my Instagram, you see there's just a plume of smoke in here. I don't know how I'm still alive after all that. There's still paint on different. I'll randomly be like, how is there still paint here?
And then Jeff was the one that used the plunge router and got these grooves in here because all these LEDs are actually built into the slat walls. They're not like glued on top. There's a channel in there, and they're set in there. And then he installed all of the lights, and then put them all up. That was mainly you and Amy.
Yeah, I nail gunned them in. That's so fun.
And then getting the LEDs installed while they were up. That was me and Jeff. I was mainly just holding things for Jeff.
But
he
to
was
be
doing
honest,
everything.
like you and Jeff did a great job. But if there was an amazing race, I no longer would like to be your partner. I would like to be Amy's partner.
I never wanted to be your
and
partner.
Amy and I would crush the two of you.
Maybe.
We sent you guys off to Home Depot and we'd like finish this whole room in an hour and a half.
Meaning we had to go do something so that you could then finish your job.
It was like one of those things where like, can you guys go get the shoreline from the tackle box?
I don't know what that means.
It's not real.
Oh, is that like a fisherman's joke?
It's like a lifeguard joke. Lifeguards like send all the girls and they're like, hey, can you go ask the other lifeguards for the shoreline? Get it? Shoreline is where the... So we sent you to Home Depot for the shoreline.
Well, the Home Depot was in Shoreline, so that really didn't make a lot of sense, Carla Murray. You gotta...
Well, they don't know that.
Figure out your
That's
joke.
hilarious. What the heck?
What?
I never saw this before.
Saw what?
Possum University. Hard work, risk-taking, and commitment to a vision. So proud of you both. It's $10?
Oh, is that the hype chat?
What?
I'm not on the regular chat screen right now.
Look at this.
Let me see. Yeah, that's a hype chat.
Okay.
So you can pay a certain amount. We haven't even really set it up because I think we can change some things. But you can pay a certain amount to get your comment pinned to the top, basically, for a certain amount of time. So thank you very much, Possum University.
The slats wall concept was sent to you April 28th.
There you go. So we've been working on this thing since April.
Yeah. You and Jeff were like, yeah, we can do it. And I was like, okay, guys, whatever you say. And here we are. Good job, guys.
It looks good, though. And then Carla Marie was responsible for putting up all of the soundproofing, or not soundproofing, sound paneling. So people can still hear us outside, and we can still hear what goes on outside of this office. But the reason we have these on is to limit echo and reverb in the room.
Yeah. If it wasn't for Amy, these things would be in circles all around the wall. But
it is hard. Lining things up is hard.
But listen, I learned all the tools.
Like
and
what?
I got a bone to pick with Fred, my dad.
Okay, what?
Not the mailman. Because he didn't teach me how to use all these things.
Did you ever ask?
You shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
A nail gun, a carpet kicker.
Those things that's like the most primitive tool, I think, other than a hammer.
Yeah.
A hammer's got to be the most primitive tool that we still use today,
Yeah,
right?
like
You just bash something over and over. But what's it called? The carpet. What's the actual name of the tool? It's not called a carpet kicker, right?
Carpet pusher tool. Amy's going to tell us. It's
Carpet kicker.
Floor knee.
Knee
carpet
kickers.
Knee. Yeah, see?
So here, I'll pull this up on the screen so you can know what we're talking about.
So like it's got these like spikes, and then you put it in the carpet, and then you knee it. Literally, that is what you were supposed to do. I'm like, this doesn't seem right. That's how you install the carpet.
Yeah, so this thing, the
Who knew?
the flat end, the one that goes against the ground, that goes towards the wall. And then this padded side is what you hit with your knee as hard as you can.
I started kicking it, and I was like, I think I just snapped my ankle. I can't go down too.
We're not supposed to kick it with your toe.
I was stronger than I stomped it instead of kneeing it.
Oh, so you put your butt on the ground and went to kick it,
Yeah,
like with the bottom of your foot, your heel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's
It
smart.
was better than the knee.
You think so?
Yeah. So I learned how to use that tool. A lot of the what is that? Levelers. I never want to see a leveler again, but like all of these had to be leveled.
Mm-hmm. What?
It's just a time, you know. We're here.
So yeah, all of that, and now we have a studio. And the cool thing, we started talking about this while the countdown screen was going on. But the cool thing about this space is we can now grow in this space. Like what you see now isn't going to be the final product.
Right.
We needed to get in here, figure it out. We already changed a couple things. We had chairs we were going to use.
We already reordered different things.
Yeah, got rid of those.
Like these mics might be different by
By
Thursday
probably. So there's a lot that's going to change, and we now have a space where we can do that.
and leave. We had a commute today. We picked up donuts on our commute.
Yeah, like real people. We got donuts for our coworkers, our office mates.
Office mates, yeah. I already got a talking to.
Why? What happened? What'd you do?
I was told over the weekend to remind myself sometimes that this is a regular office.
Yeah.
And that I can't distract everybody because they have real jobs to do.
Yeah. Oh, I guess they haven't worked with you before. That's like a normal thing. You
And
have
I
to
said,
remind Carla Marie of.
I'm really good at that, distracting people.
Yes.
So I'll remember.
Carla Marie will pretend like no one has a job.
Okay. You'll sit here. They're not going to want to learn history lessons every day.
Depends. Is it related to their job? Because they might.
We're going to need safe words. I'm going to talk to them about safe words to rescue them from you, and then you're going to have them from me.
Carla Marie, can you pivot the camera, turn it towards this way a little bit? Let's see if that works. Yeah, there we go. It looked like I was up against the corner of the screen like this. I didn't like that. I need some space. I need some negative space. Is that what photographers call it?
Yes. So everyone keeps saying we need a birthday song, but I don't know if it's for the studio or for Ricky's birthday.
Well, Ricky's birthday was like a month ago, wasn't it?
We missed her birthday.
No, I didn't miss her birthday.
It was the 20. No, I know. I said happy birthday.
You hate Ricky? Is that what you just said?
was
You
the
missed
23rd.
Ricky's birthday?
The first one in here.
Your camera. The problem is if I stretch out my hand too much, I'm
Get out of here.
Why are you shaking your boobs like a weirdo?
Oh, I was trying to shake my sleeve.
That's not what you were shaking, Carla Marie.
We have an HR department now.
This is now our OnlyFans studio as well.
I told Anthony, I'm going to start doing only feet.
How much did you say our friend made? Was this public knowledge?
Yes.
Okay.
Katie Thurston, former bachelorette, did only feet. I don't know if it's an actual website or she went on OnlyFans and only posted her feet and made $10,000 in 3 weeks. She donated it all. I would not be doing that.
No. I am a charity case.
I will donate some to my cats, like not my cats, the cats of the world, and some to my student loans.
Who'd she donate it to? Who got all her feet money?
She posted it. I forget. It was a while.
Damn.
$10,000 in 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
On just your body part.
Well, I mean, we got to know someone who has an OnlyFans page. Our friend Nicole's Steph, yeah, it's her friend / coworker, client, whatever. And she makes, I think, like $100,000 a month or something, $70,000 a month, something like that.
I'm gonna start talking to her about it again because we chatted about it a lot. And
then everyone always likes to bring up Amaranth.
That's.
But bringing up Amaranth as a creator, whether you're on OnlyFans, Twitch, or whatever, is like bringing up Joe Rogan if you're a podcaster. Like, yeah, that person makes way more money than you can imagine. But Amaranth, I think, brings in, with all of her
like
different subscription channels, like $3 million a month or something like that.
Like, I'll just do it. That's what I say. If I can make $3 million doing it in 1 month, I would 100% do it.
When you think about it, that's more than not the very top athletes, but that's more than a lot of athletes out there. Because we always hear, oh, this guy got paid $10 million for yeah, but that's over the course of maybe 2 seasons. Mm-hmm. She's making that in 3 months, 4 months. It's crazy. But she's also, like I said, she's the top of that world. I don't know if she's the top OnlyFans creator, but in terms of a more or less public figure that's on OnlyFans, she's up there. Like, yeah, I think Cardi B is still one of the top creators, but it's a totally different thing. Also, speaking of Cardi B, I was thoroughly impressed by her microphone throw over the weekend in Vegas.
I would have 100% done the same thing.
And she's lefty.
I didn't notice that.
I didn't realize that. Unless she's like ambidextrous, because she chucked that thing with enough force where whatever hand it was, that's her dominant hand.
So if you didn't listen to the morning show podcast or see this anywhere, Cardi B was performing at Dre's Beach Club in Vegas, and it's like a pool party beach club scene. So she like walks out on stage, and someone has like a big cup, and they just do this right at her, and it was like a whole thing of beer. And Cardi
Did it get her?
Yeah, because she reacts to it. And she just takes her microphone and goes, whew. And those mics are like, they're heavy.
Yeah.
They're metal. They're like, if someone whips a mic at you and down at you, you're going to get hurt.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think she was 100% right.
Oh, well, here's the thing. I think in a vacuum, right, if we're just looking at that instance, someone throws something at you, you have every right to throw something back. My problem, and I said this on the Morning Show podcast, is unfortunately, Cardi B, well, fortunately for her, Cardi B has so much more to lose than this idiot in the crowd.
I know.
And if that mic, let's say it hits the person in the nose, breaks their nose, or even have a bloody nose, that is a lawsuit waiting to happen, and she's going to be the one.
But what if she's like self-defense? I didn't know what else was coming at me.
She could. She could hopefully
that's true.
use that as her defense. It's just one of those situations where when you're a celebrity, let other people handle that for you, but which is tough to do. Which
Did
is
you
tough
watch
to
the
do.
Security guard, he was like this. What's happening?
Which is
in
tough
front
to
of
do,
me?
obviously, when you're in the moment, right? We're saying this. I'm not saying she even did anything wrong.
Go back and watch the video and watch the security guard.
Yeah, they're dopey. They're not doing anything.
No idea.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, it's one of those things where I would hate to see the idiot in the crowd
I know, win.
make $1 million off of her reaction.
So that's
and I don't want to call it an overreaction because it is a reaction to that situation. But I would just hate to see her lose, a couple $100,000 or $1 million because this person's an idiot and manages to finesse the legal system.
Melissa brings up a good point. Do you think artists are going to stop having fans so close to the stage with all of this?
I think you'll start, like in baseball, I think you'll start seeing a very thin net. Because it's stupid.
I think people just won't be close to the
Artists
stage.
are getting hit in the face. Harry Styles got hit in the eye.
You don't see that at a Taylor Swift show.
No, because the fans, if someone threw something at Taylor
You'd be
Swift,
stomped to death.
you would be dead. If John Mayer, 15 years after dating Taylor Swift, showed up at a Taylor Swift show, he'd be stomped to death.
I saw a TikTok or a reel that said something like, the safest you will ever feel is at a Taylor Swift concert. Mainly other females, all positive, dressed so cute, just having the time of their lives.
Well, would you go this Thursday is the show? Is it LA or San Francisco? Where are you
LA.
going?
I'm going to SoFi Stadium.
Which of the LA shows is it?
First.
Oh, really? First day, and then she ends in LA, right?
Yeah.
Like 5 days later or something?
It's 6 shows in LA, but I don't
6?
I don't think it's 6 at I think she takes breaks.
Oh, like one weekend and the following weekend, maybe?
I think it's like a few days.
So you're seeing the beginning of the end. What if Taylor Swift never went on tour again? And announced...
Guys, listen, I'm so nervous right now.
Why?
Because I forget who was in the chat the other day complaining, rightfully so, that their JetBlue flight kept getting canceled. I haven't flown JetBlue in, no joke, 10 years. And
they're not really out here, are they?
No, but there's a flight they fly to JFK, which we never do from here.
Okay.
And to LA. And I had JetBlue points that were just sitting there rotting. And I was like,
Rotting?
Rotting.
Did they smell bad?
They were like expired, but I still used them anyway. And so I'm using that, but now I'm like nervous because I'm flying JetBlue there.
Oh, it's definitely getting canceled.
I have no wiggle room either way.
Yeah, it's
Coming
definitely getting
back
canceled.
or going.
What do you have on the way back?
I land and I go directly to Lumen Field for Football Fest.
What is Football Fest?
It's when the Seahawks play each other in a game.
The fake. What was that? Was not what it was called last year.
Mock game. It's called Football Fest this year.
Okay, I mean it's a better name than mock game.
Yeah. And
but are there other activities? Because Football Fest sounds like there's got to be, I don't know, musical guest of some sort.
I'm not entirely sure. I just focus on what I need to worry about.
Okay, and what do you have to worry about?
Speaking on the mic.
Okay.
Which, how am I going to do that after screaming the night before? A lot of things. There are a lot of variables that could really make this week go awry. But since we're going to be in LA, I'm guessing that Taylor's going to she's going to have guests every night. It has to.
She'll definitely have some. Who did she have in New York? I know Ice Spice came out one of the nights because they also dropped the remix of Karma like the night before, so that makes sense.
But now she has Haim on this tour.
Okay.
And they have a song together. So they performed it for the first time ever here in
They
Seattle.
did? Was it the show that you missed?
Saturday.
Okay.
So I wouldn't have seen it the first time. Oh, wait. What? She's at Levi Stadium, not SoFi.
Levi's Stadium
that
is
happened
where,
already.
yeah, that happened. That's
It's
where
SoFi.
our friend Erica went.
Yeah, sorry. So SoFi kicks off. Taylor Swift kicks off her Eras tour for LA this Thursday. That's when I'm there, and it goes through the 9th. So it's a whole week. So, it's 6 straight days?
Wow.
according to Travis Kelce,
Yeah.
who wanted to see her show, I wanted to see her. He went to the show. She doesn't do meet and greets because she doesn't talk.
That's tough. I mean, it's tough doing any show, but when you're doing 3 hours straight,
more than
night after night after night, that's a lot. So I understand it.
And just not only what is happening to your voice, your body in general, but I was like, I could see her literally not speaking a word the entire time unless she's on stage.
Yeah.
For this whole tour.
People used to give Mariah Carey, and there's a lot of reasons you can make fun of Mariah Carey, but people used to give Mariah Carey a lot of crap because she would do things like that. If she was doing a show, she wouldn't speak for 2 days beforehand. And I think Celine Dion was the same.
Yeah.
Celine Dion, like, completely changed her diet and her whole life so that her voice was always at 100%. I'm all for it.
Dairy changes your voice. Mm-hmm. It inflames your
It's like when people, early on, I want to say like 10 years ago or so, people started making fun of Tom Brady and LeBron James and some of these mega athletes who spend millions of dollars on their routine.
I don't blame them.
And now you see how long their careers are and how good they are late in their careers. I mean, Tom Brady won a Super Bowl at, 37?
By only eating plants.
And LeBron James has his whole, like, hyperbaric chamber that he sits in. When you care about something, and that is how you make money, you protect that thing at all costs. Yeah, there are write-offs as well.
Okay.
But it makes sense.
All right. What's next?
Oh, I don't know.
We didn't do anything on the list yet.
We didn't. We're just hanging out, you know. By the way, I'll get this off the list because this knocks out 2 things really quick. The Morning Show podcast, we got to have our friend TJ on today. Mm-hmm. So if you haven't listened yet, if you're an old school Elvis fan, it was so good to have TJ on there.
His voice is like so soothing to me.
It is.
I was messaging someone on Instagram. They're like, "Oh my God, this is so exciting." I was like, "Yeah, my first 3 years of radio was learning from TJ. I would sit in his studio after the show, and he would just like teach me things. I would just watch him edit. It was insane."
TJ would even though he had no real responsibilities in like the video department, which is really just me. Mm-hmm. He would find different YouTube tutorials and stuff to help me out.
Yeah.
And I said it in the podcast today, I was always impressed by his attention to detail.
Yeah, it's ruined my life.
Why is that?
Because you and your attention to detail.
Well, little things matter.
Your attention to detail has turned to tinkering. Tinkering TJ would be such a good name.
Yep. It's mine, though.
Yeah.
He can't take it. So if you haven't listened yet, listen to the Morning Show podcast. TJ is on it. J-Bo, we got to meet her.
So excited.
She's phenomenal. Yeah. So check that out, the Morning Show podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. What else you got, Carla Marie?
All right. Should we do French Chat GPT?
We should.
Okay, so I learned this over the weekend, and it's my new favorite nugget of knowledge.
Okay.
So I don't want to butcher it, but I'm going to, and then I'll play it for you. Okay. So this is not how you say Chat GPT in French, but it sounds like Chat GPT, and it's Chat GPT.
What?
Let me do it again. Hold on.
Chat GPT.
Right? It sounds like Chat GPT with a French accent. So let me play it again.
Chat GPT.
That phrase means cat I farted. So it was like someone needs to acknowledge the fact that all these French people, all they hear all day now, translating in their head is cat I farted.
That's pretty.
And
great.
I've known that. I know that chaton.
Chat GPT.
Chaton is kitten. Because it says it on a lot of, I don't know why, a lot of cat brands are also French.
Okay.
And it'll translate, it'll be like kitten, chaton. And I'm like, oh.
I wonder if because you're in North America and they get sent to French Canada.
Maybe.
That could be it.
I don't know. But I was like, this is my favorite thing that I've learned, that they're just walking around just hearing cat I farted because everyone's talking about it for months. People in France, everywhere. Like, you need to ask your family.
I will. I'll see them. We have our the French Canadian side of my family is going to be in New Jersey in 2 weeks.
So should I not say GPT at the family reunion?
Does that mean I farted? GPT.
GPT.
Play it again.
Chat GPT.
GPT.
No.
Chat GPT.
Yeah.
GPT.
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 Is I farted. GPT.
Yeah.
So you can be like, ooh, GPT.
This just makes me excited for the next season of Emily in Paris. I can't wait to learn more French.
Do you think she's going to teach you GPT?
Stop doing that.
GPT. I'm just going to start doing that all the time. I'm not even really going to fart. I'm just going to go, GPT. Oh, what else is on the list, Carly Marie?
That's all. That's all we had for today. Thank you for coming.
All right. GPT.
No. I've been walking around saying that like in my head, but I didn't want to say it out loud because I didn't want you to be like, what's happening? So I didn't really get to say it out loud that much. So
I'm glad you weren't. You were definitely telling your cats.
No, I called them.
Did you GPT?
No, I called them. You sound like Chef Latte. I called them chaton sometime.
Chaton?
Kitten. Or gato. They get both.
Okay. Multilingual, multicultural cats.
Yep.
The next thing on the list, Carla Marie, is rudest comment ever.
This happened to me yesterday.
Okay.
The question is this the rudest comment ever?
Okay.
So yesterday I kicked off my 2023 season with the Seahawks. I was at training camp, and my job at training camp yesterday was two parts. So I was taking over the Seahawks Instagram story and Snapchat, kind of showing you what happens at training camp. And the other side was post-practice. I then get a bunch of content with the players that gets edited and posted later.
Okay.
So I was walking around all day I had a tripod. So it was like folded down, but I had my phone on a tripod. Mic packs attached to it. Mic packs on my body. Like I was wired up. Clearly I was working.
Okay.
So I'm just setting the scene.
Were you wired?
Yeah. I had my media pass on. Everything.
Did you GPT?
No.
Okay.
Maybe. So I'm walking through a crowd of fans that are there for training camp, and I see this woman turn around and look at me. Mm-hmm. And normally, like, I know this look, you know this look, it's this person just recognized me in some capacity.
Okay.
Normally, it turns to, are you the girl on the Instagram? Are you the girl who talks at the stadium? I used to listen to you on the radio. Whatever. It's one of those things. That actually happened at one point that day. Met a awesome girl named Claire. She used to listen to us on the radio. Says she doesn't listen to radio anymore because we're not there.
Well, shout out Claire.
Yes. But this woman.
Not Claire and Olympia.
No. But also
Also, shout out Claire and Olympia.
This woman turns around, and I watch her go to her friend, literally does this.
Okay.
And I'm walking behind them, and the friend turns around like this and goes, that one? Right at me.
Okay.
Right at my face.
Okay.
That one? And was like, so I now know that they are pointing at my face. So I go
How
like,
far away are you?
3 feet.
Oh, okay.
So I do this. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to be like, are you talking to me?
So what happened?
And that was it. Just pointed right in my face. That one? I was like, first of all, we don't address people with that.
Sometimes you could. I
But
don't know.
like, her would have been less rude. But I was like, oh, I'm not acknowledging this. I just went, and just kept walking.
I would have said, me?
Well, I also can't really start fights. I'm working.
No, I wouldn't have. Saying me is not starting a fight. I just would have liked to know if they were actually addressing me or maybe pointing past me.
Talking to me?
Do I look like a clown to you?
But I was like, maybe they wanted to talk about my tripod.
They could have. I mean, there's a lot of things that we could assume, but you have no data past that point.
You don't point in people's faces.
I agree.
Especially if you're like trying to be sneaky.
I agree. And
Like
obviously,
my mom would do probably.
you're in a situation where you don't want to come off as rude because you're representing the team, representing our show. But yeah, I would have asked for some follow up if I could. There's no way I would have been able to just let that go.
I wanted to be like, are you, hi?
Yeah. And that was it. Just let it.
They vanished.
That's crazy. You've never seen them again?
No, I wouldn't even know if they walked in here right now. And you were like, surprise.
I mean, it is rude. Oh, good question. It's Meg, not Megan, said, did you have a super cute shirt on? Maybe they loved your shirt.
Very possible because they were walking towards the mansion this whole time.
Was it a Seahawks shirt, I'm assuming?
Yeah, but still, I feel like they would have been like, I like your shirt, or where did you get it, or anything.
But were they walking towards the team shop? Is there a team
Yes,
shop there?
Yes.
So maybe she was like, oh, I want to get that shirt that the woman's wearing behind me. And she went, that one? And then that's it. And you actually are no different than a mannequin in that position. They didn't really care that you were even there. You were just modeling the shirt.
And that's fine, but guess what? Can't get that shirt there, only at the pro shop at Lumen Field.
Let's see. So someone's. Oh, you can see my laptop. I guess I don't know if it matters if you can see my laptop or not. But
Oh, get it out of my screen. It's in my shot.
well, you were pointing before in my screen like this.
Oh,
One of the things that we're hopefully going to get sooner rather than later, if we can make the right connections and do the right things, I'd love to have an actual PC. And there's a company we have in mind. There's a very specific thing. But that way, I won't have this laptop screen in front of me. I'll just be able to like manipulate everything, have our screen over there. Because there's a screen right under this camera right there. And that's it.
mm-hmm.
That'd be pretty cool. Or just, who knows? They could still be on the table.
Oh my God, yeah. Jen said it'd be so helpful with this new studio, not having to move everything. Like this iPad is going to stay here today.
Yeah.
I'm not taking
Yeah,
it home.
being able, that's the goal really in this studio is we can walk in, turn it on, and
Just like
do the show.
radio.
Yeah. Whereas, normally, at least in the old studio, and I was setting up a camera every day. I was manipulating different things every day. I had to set up a couple things today, but that's because I have to unplug this laptop to take it home.
I'll still travel with my laptop, but that's like any job.
But so far, what do you guys think? How is the stream? You know what? Let's go through all the shots. How do we feel about this shot? I feel like I need to level it a little more.
Yeah.
Like Carla Marie's lower than I am. We need to get ourselves in the same
Well, I'm sure.
third of each camera, you know?
If all goes well, I can't promise this, but we got new mic stands that won't come up and over. They will just come from table out, so it won't like block the wall. That'll be cool.
That would be cool. So that would be this shot. So this whole thing will be gone.
Yeah, like
And they'll come this way. That'll be interesting. A lot of tinkering we got to do. Let's see, Mellow FM, it's a great start. I'm just imagining what you'll do in the next couple of months. A whole lot.
Well, what I was trying to say earlier, and then I got sidetracked, is that we're going to, if anyone would like to donate to any of the panels, we'll put your name on them.
Will we? Are you going to do that with all the panels? Are you going to keep track of everything?
What? Yeah.
How much is a panel?
Well, right here, which you can't even see on
Well,
so we
here.
have to get a new shot.
No, it'd be, oh yeah, you can't really see any of them.
We're going to get it. $100 each panel.
$100 a panel, just so someone can put their name on it. And what do they get? They just get their name on a panel?
Do we have 100 of them?
We have, count one row over there. One row on the big wall.
10, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 40, 50, 60, 70.
You can make some money.
We'd be rich.
I don't know if that would qualify as rich.
Kidding.
It would qualify as more money than we had.
And then we're going to put names on the slats going this way.
We could sell every LED.
Like individual bowls.
And it could be something like, you light up our life.
No, and then we
Like selling stars.
we can give people access because we can change this.
We can.
So you get access to your light
You
for
can
life.
make your light, you can manipulate your light as long as you want.
For your lifetime. It's like a timeshare. Then you lose it or pass it down to your kids.
What if,
What were you going to say?
this is so stupid. So we could sell a light per day. So you could own the light on a Monday. And now we can sell that same light, Carla Marie, 3 times. And then what you do is you create an AI character of yourself and you make a YouTube channel that pulls from all the other YouTube channels. And that's how I make 6 figures on my YouTube channel without moving a muscle. It's like that's my entire Instagram feed.
I hate it.
Let me tell you how you can make $700,000 in passive income
We should do
on YouTube.
Are there like spoof videos?
I'm sure there are.
Because how do we know any of these people are telling the truth? Let me see your bank account,
None of them are. I really don't think any of them are.
Me neither. None of them.
But they get you to buy their class for $12.
No.
It's like Donald Trump University. It's like, oh, we'll give you this packet and you'll be rich.
Oh my God.
Rudest comment ever. We got through that. Chat GPT. How do you say it? How's the?
Chat GPT. PT.
Play it again.
PT.
Chat GPT.
PT. PT.
GPT.
I wish I took French in high school.
Chat GPT.
Chat GPT.
Which means a cat farted?
No, cat I farted. It's
Cat,
not. It's not like a sentence that
Oh,
makes
okay.
sense. But the words together mean cat I farted. Je is I,
Okay.
and farted is Petey.
PT.
PT.
PT. GPT.
But this other, there's a Medium article that says, "Kitty, I have farted," is another way to say it.
Let's see what we got in the chat here, Carla Marie, because you have a better view of the chat than I do.
What do you need?
I don't know. What do we got going on? Made by Eric. I hope you'll be selling a course for that, for our $700,000 YouTube idea.
Of course. We
So
will do a
here's-
course one day.
Here's my problem with all
real.
of the things that come through my Instagram algorithm. They're like the AI ways to make money. Is it's always, well, I use AI to steal ideas from everybody else, and then I just have my AI bot recreate everything. I just can't get down like that. That's just not how I function.
I know.
Now, does it get to a point where if everyone's doing it, does it matter? Probably not. I don't know.
It doesn't.
I'm also not that smart. So, I know they're going to tell me how to do it in their little book that they're trying to sell me. I just don't know if I'm smart enough to follow through.
So there have been some where I've signed up for like the informational Zoom to see like what this course is all about.
Okay.
And before they start telling you what the course is about, it's like an hour about, so I lived here. It's like reading a recipe blog. I just want to know how to make the cheesy pasta.
Yeah.
I don't care about your grandfather's farm. And that's what those things are like. And I'm like, I'm out. I can't. No. Nope.
Listen, I bet you if I open up my phone right now, within 4 swipes, I'll get someone telling me how to make $1 billion. All right, let's go. Reels.
Was it who just said that? Made by Erica said, was it Erica?
Damn it. I did 4. Didn't get it.
Who said this? Someone
Oh,
said
here we go. Oh, this is just how to AI clone your voice.
there was a message in the chat that said the thing they're seeing on TikTok now is befriend billionaires and you'll become one too.
Oh, because there was the new.
Where am I gonna find those?
It was like, would you take $1 million from Beyonce or a dinner with Beyonce? And I think the same thing happened with There was like a Jay-Z version of it a couple months ago. Would you rather have dinner with Jay-Z or $1 million from Jay-Z? And the idea is if you take a dinner with him, you can like find out how he makes all of his money. And
Then
blah.
I gotta communicate and be like, Jay-Z, let's hang out
Just
more.
give me $1 million. I'll turn it into more.
Yeah.
Unless Jay-Z is going to then, in that meeting, give me some of his connections and like we'll plan a venture together. It's a little different. Maybe I now have an hour to pitch Jay-Z on my ideas.
Are we gonna go on the big pimpin' yacht together? Because that's would be cool.
I mean, that'd be nice.
All right, I'm gonna.
Looks like everyone is taking the $1 million.
Hold on. Okay, wait. Let me see what mine is.
Whoa, what is that?
Taylor Swift.
My name is Wally Hughes, and I rent out a fake private jet
Oh, this is a spoof.
influencers to take pictures in.
So smart.
But it's not real.
No, yes it is.
Oh.
You rented a fake private jet and then influencers come and take pictures in it
If
as
you
if
keep watching that, I'm pretty sure it's not real.
that he did that.
Yeah.
Because I read an article about it too.
We're going to watch the whole thing now?
Well, you just said watch it.
Not right now. Let's see. Mellow FM said, unless it's maybe one of the Shark Tank people, then dinner and pick their
that's fair.
minds.
But I don't have like finding my perfect awkward. Kira, thank you very much for subscribing.
What up?
I know there have been a lot of those coming through, but I'm trying not to look down and stare at the screen all day. I just blanked out what I was going to say. I don't have an idea to pitch to them.
Think about one right now on the spot.
Actually, I do have an idea.
Okay, what's your idea?
I thought about it yesterday.
I'm a shark. Tell me about it. Remember, I can steal this idea and do what I want with it. God bless you.
It's for like the social media managers of the world
Okay.
that have to have so many different pieces of equipment when just doing the day. So, for example, I'm a social media person.
You lost me already.
Shut up. Wasn't prepared. I didn't get vetted for months. I just showed up here. You have a tripod. You have different mic packs. You have other mic options depending on what you're filming. You probably have 1 to 3 phones with
Okay.
you. You might need a backup charger. You might even need a backup, like a hotspot, depending on your whatever. It's a tool belt for technology.
So your idea is a technological tool belt.
Yep.
A tech belt. Now what does it look like?
It looks like a tool belt, but the right shapes and
So
sizes.
you think these influencers are
No,
gonna
no.
walk around with
Nope.
a leather tool belt?
No, social media managers.
Okay.
So, like, if you are the social media manager for a company, a sports team, and you're on the field and you're doing everything, get our friend Jacob on the phone.
Okay.
Bet he would love one.
So what about cargo pants
No. You need to be able to go.
or like carpenter jeans?
Have you ever seen a tool belt?
I have. I'm just trying to figure out. I don't think there's a market for it.
There is.
I've done a lot of direct-to-consumer marketing in my life.
Okay.
You might know me from youlookgreat.co. And I just don't think that would sell.
Mm.
So for that reason, I'm out.
Good. Well, when I build this and every NFL team is buying it for their social media
You'll sell
people,
30 of them. Congratulations.
No, they have 3 people at every one at
Okay.
least. And then all the NBA teams. Oh, and then the NHL. Oh, what else is left? Oh, what do we have? Oh, MLB. Oh, and don't forget about women's sports. Did you forget about women's
Forgot
sports?
about soccer.
Didn't really have.
You literally mentioned our friend Jacob and then forgot about soccer. Oh, Carla Marie.
DJ Sin said the battery daddy belt.
Now that would sell.
And you know what I had to do yesterday? I asked you. I said, battery daddy, I need these batteries replaced
Yep.
in the morning. And at night, you know what I had to do? Replace the batteries myself.
Looks like you're your own battery daddy. I'm just trying to make you better. You know?
Gilly Wagon said, you build one slat wall and you start screaming, have you ever seen a tool belt? You guys think I'm kidding. I'm
What?
going to build this belt.
Okay, build it. So I'm just trying to figure out, you'd have like a hook for a microphone? Like, what does this belt consist of?
If you would have seen me yesterday
Mhm.
walking around, I only had one phone, but I had one phone, a mic pack, 2 wireless mic, like 2
Okay.
mics for it, a tripod. Where am I going to put my water bottle?
Okay, so you have a loop for the tripod, so you could like holster it like a lightsaber, right? Then you have
Perfect.
clips for the mic packs. Another maybe loop for a microphone.
There's got to be a tool belt in this
So
office.
now
I'm
you're-
showing up to
now
training
you're
camp
gonna
tomorrow.
look- so if you have the tripod on one hip and the mic on the other hip with the
Yeah.
loops, that's
Yeah.
2 like sabers that you
Yeah.
can bring out.
And here's why a backpack won't work. Because I know, like, everyone's like, what about a backpack? It won't work because you, A, need to be able to get to things quicker.
Mhm.
B, if you are on camera yourself, then, like, for me, when I was doing, like, selfies yesterday, you would never have seen that tool belt.
Okay.
So,
I don't think a lot of people like tool belts.
well, social media managers will.
Okay.
No one here is one.
All right. Go for it. I am very excited, by the way. So today, I have my follow-up with the... You can still call him a surgeon. He would have done
Well, that is-
surgery on me.
He's a doctor and he is a surgeon, so yes.
But the original doctor who I made the decision with, not to have surgery, have a follow-up with him today in about an hour and a half. And I'll see where I am in my progress. And then I've got another physical therapy appointment this week. But I waited to book my physical therapy appointment until I had this update with my doctor because he can now adjust where I am on that timeline.
Did you think just because you didn't use that service that he is no longer named that?
I have no proof that he's done surgery. I went to him and said, do surgery. He said, nope.
I'm not doing surgery.
So I
Maybe
have no proof.
It's like Dr. Death.
This guy's a snake oil salesman.
Well, no, the trick would have been that he sold surgery, put you to sleep.
No, he's still
And
getting
you
money
woke
for my
up.
appointments.
Yeah, but not that kind of money.
That's true. Not that kind
Well,
of
I
money.
like that guy. Tell him I said hi. He's got he's like TJ. He very much reminds me of TJ.
Yeah.
TJ. But yeah, he called you a short king when we were there last time.
Okay.
so-
He wasn't calling me a short king.
He was.
He was asking me,
He's a very tall man, by the way.
is he?
Yeah.
I don't remember him being that tall.
You were sitting.
Yeah. So was he.
No, he had stood up and then he made me stand up and so I can look at your foot, not move.
Oh, I wasn't there for that. Well, I was, but I was facing down.
You were laying down.
Yeah.
Anthony's 5'11", by the way.
Yeah. And I don't think that
We're
qualifies.
talking about basketball players.
Oh,
And in
so he
reference
was-
to basketball players, he referred to you as a short king.
No, he said He's like, the biggest difference, because he was comparing my injury to like Kevin Durant, Kobe Bryant, a bunch of other athletes that have had Achilles tears. And he said, but there's one big difference between you and those basketball players. And I said, I know. They're much taller than I am.
And he laughed.
Yeah.
And then said, but short kings are in these days.
Yes.
And I was like, I was not expecting and it's not that he's like an older guy that wouldn't know that. He's our age, which is actually, I think he's younger, which creeps me out.
No, doesn't really creep me out. You're not that young, so.
Yeah, but this person cut you open and they're younger than you?
But like I said, they still have a lot of, like, if you were 20, you'd be like, oh, wow, that person's so old.
I know. That was the weirdest thing
They're so
about
wise.
starting to go to Dr. A because we're the same age.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it's weird being the same age as your doctor.
Let's see. Drown You Out said, is he really 5'11"? Fun fact, you can tell if a guy is a liar if he says he's 5'11". If he was actually 5'11", he would round up and say he was 6 feet. But since he knows he can't pass for 6, he chooses 5'11" to sound taller.
No.
Guys who say they're 5'11" are always 5'9", so I don't make the rules. Here's the thing.
You are 5'11". Anthony can never say 6 feet because I would never let him.
That's not it. I never would. The reason I always say that I am 5'11" is, so I'm 5'11" and like 3/4. I'm like right under 6 feet. If I was 5'10" and 3/4, I would have no problem lying or rounding up and saying I'm 5'11", right? 5'10" and 3/4, 5'11", same thing. But I can't bring myself to round up to 6 feet, even though I am technically a little bit taller than 5'11". I'm right in between.
I'm 5'2.5".
Because I think when you round up and you change that first number, that's a lie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. It's not like
And
going 10 to 11.
I'm around 6 feet. I may have said that.
Plus, you have your brothers,
Yeah, me and Justin are about almost identical in height.
but Michael's.
And Michael's like 6'1".
But he would never let you say that you're 6
No,
feet.
but here's
I mean,
the crazy part though. No one's ever had to let me say it or get away with it because I've never tried. I've literally never tried to convince anyone that I'm 6 feet tall. With shoes, I'm 6 feet, true, but I am not
You are.
6 feet tall.
Oh, it's fun seeing everyone's heights. Martha and I are basically the same height? What?
Yeah. Almost 6 feet, I can say that, but I can't ever say that I'm 6 feet tall.
IV731. Is 731 happen to be your birthday, or is it because you signed up today? I'm 4'10". I would never say 5 feet.
Who'd you say?
IV731 is their username.
I am Radio Ricky,
Who's that? Where'd you see that?
right? Isn't that what that says?
Where?
I put it on the screen just now. Oh, it's not on the screen. Never mind.
Oh, it's your birthday, IV731.
Well,
Oh, that's why they were asking for the birthday song. I'm scared to
remember when
shake.
you were shaking your boobs before? Make sure you watch it on YouTube later. Get those views up.
Be on my OnlyFans.
All right, it is time for us to get out of here, Carla Marie.
I love seeing everybody's height because
Why?
what would I know?
Oh, also, shout out to my parents. It is their wedding anniversary today.
Oh, wow.
7/31. They've been married now for maybe 40 years.
They weren't married for 5 years before they had you.
I'm not 35.
Right.
So,
I am.
maybe
still.
40 years? I don't know.
That makes sense.
Either way, happy anniversary to my
Damn.
parents. They're enjoying their Alaska cruise right now. I get to see them on Friday.
I guess that would make sense to go on Alaska cruise for 40.
It was so weird because they came to Seattle when I had COVID. So the fact that my parents flew to the city and I didn't see them is kind of crazy.
But you will this week.
I will this week. I'll see them for about 18 hours or so. I pick them up from the cruise, then I'll drive them the next morning to the airport, and that's it. And then I'll see them back in Jersey.
Yeah.
But thank you very much to everyone who helped us christen this new studio.
We should bash the champagne over it.
I mean, it sounds like a good idea. I just feel like we'd get in a little bit of trouble.
Should have
for
got to
that.
blow up champagne. Just
Remember,
like
this is a workplace.
I forgot.
Carla Marie had to be warned. So what are you going to do now when we are done, Carla Marie?
Not talk to anybody.
All right, we are out of here. We'll be back in your ears tomorrow with the Morning Show podcast.
Yes.
And here in your ear holes, your eye holes, on Twitch. Later.
Peace out, Cub Scouts.